Hi viewers, welcome back. I thought we'd do a layout update today and have a look at some of the projects I've been working on since the last update. So today I'll start off with this Dapple FEA B twin set, which are normally used for the movement of containers of goods. But today we're going to have a quick look at a different kind of container that run on these wagons. For anyone who's unsure how a twin set operates, it's two wagons which are permanently coupled, and generally they have buffers at the outer ends of the wagons only. Not always the case, but that's the case with these wagons, and there's a bar there which couples the two wagons together permanently. At some point in the life of these wagons, somebody at Freightliner's made the decision to have these ballast box containers made up for these wagons, and I saw some pictures of them, and I've got very little Freightliner infrastructure wagons that are actually stamped Freightliner, if you like. So I thought it'd be absolutely brilliant for Watermills Yard, and it looked nice behind some of my Freightliner stock. So I started these wagons in 2018, January 2018, and I finished them about a week before the last video went live. So here's the wagons in their entirety. This project's now finished. We've got 4 ballast boxes now on the twin set there, and then I put a shout out for some information on these wagons, and a guy from Freightliner got in touch with me and said yeah, they were for the twin sets, but after a bit they started putting them onto the single wagons as well. So in rolls this Hatton's FEA E wagon. This is the track panel decks on the top, and it can be used for both containers or carrying railway sleepers, lengths of rail, lengths of track, and we could also use this as well for carrying the ballast boxes. These are the decks. There we go. Ready to roll with a different purpose. So that's left me with 2 containers on the twin set. So I thought, okay, I could mix this up a bit more and buy another Freightliner flat. So this time I've gone with the Freightliner for flat without the decks on, and I can now pop them 2 that were on the twin set onto this other single wagon. Let's see how that looks. Wasn't too happy with these panels that come on that wagon, so I thought I'd do something about it. These can be torted up a bit, but let's have a look at something else. With that in mind, I've decided to make my own for this wagon. It didn't take me long at all, to be honest with you. Don't normally do things that quick either, but I'd finished them, and I was just, this wagon was sitting there, and I thought, come on, let's have a crack at that. So there we go. I've made these decks myself. The balsa wood on, I forget what thickness plastic card it's on, with 2.4 U shape all the way around, and then these I think something like 0.2 or something like that. These bits running up, and then the black lines running across for a fine pen. Not quite finished yet. I've just got a little bit of paint to put on the side of them. But I think they do look a lot better, and I'm just going to tone the balsa wood down a little bit as well. So that in itself now has another use. Don't think that looks too bad at all. Okay, I've just added some railway sleepers here now to this wagon, and I'll just gently pull it along, and then I've put the decks back on the other, added a bit of track to it, and then we've got the twin set there with the ballast boxes on it to complete the train. I've already done one of these kits before. It's the KWA wagon. There's two available though. The last one I did was the VTG one, and this one's the Cave one. Difference being the bogies on them. So this one's ready now for priming and then ready for painting. This will be black with a yellow deck when it's finished. And with the bogies for it, well, one side frame anyway. These are all ready to go now. They've got the pinpoint bearings in the back of them. All been cleaned up, all ready to go. This is the bogie for the VTG one, if anyone's interested. That's the first one I did for running plant on. That little bulldozer there being dropped off. That's had some work done on it as well since the last update. Now added these roll cage over the top of the cab there. That's made out of plastic strut and brass. And then I've added the thingy for the laser levels on the top there with the curly cords coming off. This is another little model I've been working on. I've added the driver to the cab and I've put the wheel so it's in the turning position, and I've jacked the back axle up on this one as well so it's off the ground. I've painted the little AdBlue tank there blue for the cap, added the air pipes to it, the old traditional colours, and I think I've added the mud guards to this as well. It's spinning round. There you go. Not the neatest writer, but that's something else I've been working on. These wagons themselves are the Atton's FEAE wagons with the track panels on in the livery of GB Rail Freight. I've done both wagons with these railway sleepers in, as you saw in the last video, and each wagon's got a different running number. So the layout itself, it's had a bit of work done on it, a bit of detailing's been added here and there on here. I've now put the security fence around the yard. That's been done. There's a little CB aerial. You can just see the curls on it there coming off the aerial on this wagon as well. Done a little bit more on there. Just adding a bit of fine detail here and there. Some sleepers with some grass growing between them. Still loads to do, yeah. The layout itself is 7'6" by 7'6", and it's a U shape. Quite a few people asking about that. So we've got this yard area here. The scratch built bogie box there on that wagon. It's a GB Schenker one, MUA that is. Don't think I covered that in previous videos before, but there it is. Still a bit more to do at this corner on the Balfour BT yard. It's just a single siding. I've, as you can see from that, moved the back seam down and around the corner and put a board on the end now. And I've fixed the back seam now all the way around pretty much to the board. Still got a bit more to do. This is something else I've done twice. How frustrating to make something like that twice. This is the telephone mast, which I dropped as soon as I finished it, and it broke several of the solders on it. So I had to pretty much restart it all again. Dead frustrating, took forever. That's been done. That just needs priming now, and then that's ready for painting. So from there, this section here hasn't had anything done to it at all really. As we come round, so for anyone new to the layout, there's the fiddle yard there at the back with them two runs of wagons. It's just two roads. You come out there, past this cottage here. I've added that stone wall in there. That's looking quite good now. Still got loads to do on that there, on that corner. I've just shunted them wagons back out of there now just to give us a bit of room so I can see what's going on here. I've lost back seam D that matches that one. So I've got to get a new one, but I'll put that there just to see how it looked. I don't think it's looking too bad now. I've just got to track down a new piece of D, Town and Country, I think that one is. So I'll get that sorted, and then we come to this area here where I've been working here on these barbed wire fences. Put this trunking in here, and the wires going to the relay box. Mounted that on a concrete plinth, and then we've got the barbed wire fence. It's all scratched on there, it's painted, fitted, and then this area here. So what's going on here? We've got a half pond going on here. We have 2 sidings down here for the ballast loading wagons. That end's just covered at the moment in stuff for storage, so still got some more to do there, but I have gone to the edge of that board with it. And basically we've put a barbed wire fence around this half pond. I'll put a piece of perspex up or something along them lines there on the edge of the board, and we'll do our water pour and let that settle and that, and then we'll come back and do some more on this. So that's how that's all looking for now. I've just put that digger out. It's just sitting there in the van. It's not none of this area is finished at all yet. And I just did a barbed wire fence round the pond again. So still got more stuff to do here. Loads more to do, but it's coming on. It's getting there slowly. These are some brass parts I've been working on for class 47s, 57s, 37s, coupling supports there for them. All sorts of bits here, half done, some are done, some ready for priming. So still some time needed there sorting that out. This is a Batman model I started about 3.5 years ago. It was originally in EWS livery. It's going into Balfour BT livery. It's been sitting there for years waiting for transfers, and that's all it needs to finish it off now. So another model there close to finishing, but still needs a bit more time on it. Well, if you haven't all fallen asleep, here we are at the end of the video. I'd like to thank everyone who's rated, everyone who's commented, everybody who's subscribed to the channel. I hope you've enjoyed the update, and I've got another project I've just started. I'll put that in a future update, where I'm up to with that. That's if I've made any progress at all with it. But anyway, yeah, thanks very much. Take care, stay safe out there guys. Catch you soon.